What's up guys, it's Anthony here and I'm coming to you today from, I think, the largest shopping mall in Bangkok. And I don't know how big Bangkok is, but it's giant, literally this mall. I went to one store, I forget the name of it, but it has its own elevator and the store is 20 floors high. So where I'm at, it's pretty crazy. It's not so busy right now because it's early in the morning, starting early. I just tried to shoot a video on the top of the rooftop bar where I got kicked off, so I'm hoping that filming this video I'll actually be allowed to get through the remainder of it. Sorry for the noise, there's music going on, there's a couple of events, one here and one over here, which maybe I'll show you after the video, but I want to share in this video something, I've overcome more and more, and I'm still doing it, but that's overcoming social anxiety. And for me, social anxiety, there's just levels to it, okay? You might have anxiety even just talking to someone, or just smiling in public, or singing in public or something, and then you overcome that, and there'll be something else that is stopping you, busting out and being the most social and the best person you can be. And there's always going to be levels. You might get to a point, say, where you're just incredible, but there's always going to be something until you get to master, okay? But social anxiety, I'll talk to it from a standpoint from like a very low level to a medium. What I mean by that is someone who struggles a lot in social situations to put themselves out there and has fears and feels very uncomfortable and awkward and has a lot of worry, okay? And let's start by exploring what is social anxiety, okay? Social anxiety is effectively, it's a fear, but it's a belief, okay? And it's a belief that you doing something or behaving in a certain way is gonna link and lead back to a negative emotion. Meaning, if you go out and you talk to a stranger, or you go out and you sing, you have a belief, you believe that if you do that, you're going to be perceived negatively, or you're going to feel in a negative way. Simply said, you have a link, a neuro association, that there will be pain, some sort of pain, if you act in a certain way in a social situation. That's what social anxiety is. If I want to talk to a girl but I cannot, I have a link that tells me when I go and talk to this girl I'm going to be perceived negatively, and then I'm going to feel negatively, and my brain tells me, nope, that's painful, do not go and do that, okay? And so, to have a belief about something, we get it through references, okay? A reference is something that we connect to that belief, okay? So, references come from one of three things, okay? Your reference might be, an experience that you've had. So you might have gone and done something socially, had a bad experience, now you have this link set up. Number two, it can be something that you've imagined, right? Imagine, meaning the situation hasn't happened yet, but in your mind you can see how it's going to go, and then you can feel that pain because our subconscious can't tell the difference between things that are real and things that are imagined. We experience the same emotions anyway. And number three is through, something external, someone else's experience. So it might be through the media, it might be through a newspaper, through TV, what someone else is telling you, okay? It might even be what someone else is sharing with you. So we have to overcome these references and give ourselves new ones, because as long as your reference of a negative outcome is stronger than the ones of a positive outcome, you will never take action, because your mind is going to be telling you, no, look at the reference we have, it's negative, we ain't doing that thing, or we ain't acting in a certain way, okay? So you have to get new references. How can you do that? Well, we can sit here and continually imagine that it's going to be fine. We can imagine, but I don't recommend doing that. I recommend giving yourself the chance by pushing yourself a little to give yourself a reference which says, oh, that was not so bad. When you have a fear of maybe watching a movie, going on a roller coaster, or doing a speech or something, you have this fear, this belief about how hard it's going to be, you do it, and then you're like, that was not so bad, then you can do it again. Okay, when we set a goal, it's very good to set a small goal, hit that, set a big goal, hit that, set a bigger goal. That's okay. Same thing overcoming social anxiety. We need to do something a little bit more than what you're already comfortable with, or what you're already doing, let's say. So for example, if your fear is, going and talking to girls is something that you cannot do, how about starting off by saying hi to some shopkeepers who are women? Once you overcome that and you're fine with that, then you've got that reference saying, okay, saying hi is easy. Now, next, I'm gonna just say, hey, how are you? Have like a 5-word conversation or something. Then you can up it and up it and up it, and then your next step might be going and doing this to somebody random on the street. It doesn't matter, you get the process. What you're doing is you're developing a new reference of actual experiences which is telling you, okay, that's fine, I can move on to the next level and I don't have any pain, okay? On the flip side of that, if you really just want to go out there and become a top dude, top girl, socially, you can take what I call massive action and completely shake the references you have in your mind instantly, okay? Meaning, you could go out today and all you do is go and talk to people. All you do is do that thing in social situations that you fear, and then you find out that the reference that you had, the belief that you had to what was going to give you pain was complete bullcrap. And so by taking massive action, you have a whole new set of references and things that happen a lot faster. So either you can develop new references slowly by just hitting bigger and bigger steps, and in the growing you'll feel amazing because that's where we feel fulfilled in our growth and our expansion in ourselves. Or number two, if you really want to commit, get someone to do it with you and just say, okay, these are my fears, these are what's holding me back, bang, tackle them one by one and develop those references, okay? And also finally, just start seeing it logically, okay? What's the difference between someone who is comfortable and someone who is uncomfortable socially? There's no difference in the people. I know complete nerds that have gone on to be some of the greatest social people that I know, and I know on the flip side social guys who have just kind of stayed where they're at. There's no difference in their person, it's just their beliefs about what they can do or what they can't do to feel pain and feel pleasure. What will give them a good emotion and what will give them a bad emotion, okay? People that are social, they know that they can act in a certain way that these people with social anxiety cannot. Okay, so it's just a process, okay? Don't beat yourself up over it, but actually start taking action towards overcoming it, because, you know, once you can overcome things that are holding you back in one area, you can do that in so many other areas. But social skills are just so vital to life. Being able to relate to people, being able to communicate with people, being able to build your network, becoming more resourceful, it's just everything. Being able to communicate with people properly. It's silly that we will be in a world where we're just surrounded by billions of people and we cannot communicate with them properly. So it's a very important area to master and to overcome and continually develop no matter how good you are. The music's come on, time to party. See you guys soon.